Welcome back, World of Painters. The World of Pain 2012. I give a quick rundown of the rules here and the payoffs to where everybody knows what's going on. The people that are coming back already know how it goes, but for those of you who are just joining the league, welcome to the World of Pain. We have 7 different challenges that are covered in the initial $50 buy-in. We pay off on the total points, total picks, most weeks won, the highest week, survival football, the turkey shoot, and Nightmare Before Christmas. Last year we had 10 players, 7 of them won something. So this is a fun league. Everybody has a chance to get something, and hopefully you don't. One of the things that confuse most newbies coming in, most of the new World of Painters, is the concept of the 8-point week. We don't play the point spread here. It's just straight up or down, either win or lose. You just pick a winner. But we do have confidence points, and you have to fill those in every week. You have to fill in what you think is going to be your most strongest pick, the mortal lock. So let's say if you thought New York Giants were going to beat Dallas for sure, put 16 points on it. If you thought that Tennessee, New England might be a toss-up, well, just put 1 or 2 points on it. You have to fill in these each week and make sure you have all your confidence points filled in, because whatever points you don't fill in, even though you might get the correct pick, you'll get credit for it, you're not going to get the points. And since total points is our #1 payoff, 25%, as you saw on the last screen, you're going to want to amass the most points that you can. Every week, the commissioner's office is going to designate an 8-point game, and we're going to try and pick the 2 teams that are going to be the toughest to pick between the 2. The game that's going to be the toughest pick. We're going to put 8 points on it. Everybody has to pick that game. You have to put 8 points on the 8-point game. It's that simple. I can't stress that enough. That's where most people that are joining our league have the biggest trouble, is why do you have to put 8 points on a game that we designate? Well, because you do. So just put 8 points on that game and don't mess it up. You'll lose credit for the points, and you'll lose credit for the picks. Last year, the total winner, overall winner, was Tony with 1,525 points. He won 25% of the pool, which was $125. I want to point out here on the right-hand column that he had 176 points, and he beat Josh by 2 points, and he only had 170 correct picks. Well, Josh managed his confidence points a little better than Tony, and so Tony ended up winning. But I'm going to point out also here that Linda had the same amount of picks correct and incorrect as Tony. That was important because that's the first tiebreaker if you should tie in picks. The first tiebreaker is total points. Just the opposite on picks. Total picks, first tiebreaker is points. If you tie in points, first tiebreaker is total picks. So keep that in mind for tiebreakers. We pay off for the high week of the year. Linda won last year with 129 in week 12. She got paid 15%, which was $75. 15% of the pool was $75. Josh won total weeks won. We keep track of that. He won 4 weeks outright. There was 2 other people that had 3 weeks won. It was a fight right to the finish, but Josh ended up winning outright. He won 4 weeks. We play all the way through to the playoffs too, by the way. We don't quit at the end of the regular season like some other pools. We're going to play all the way through to the playoffs. Josh won 15% of the total pool, which was $75. Another part of the World of Pain, it's a separate, you have to sign in separately, and everybody that has joined has already signed in for survival football. It's real simple. You just pick one team each week, and you can only pick one team. You can only pick a team once during the whole season. So figure out your strategy. You don't want to pick you pick whatever team you want. Once you pick them, you can't use them again. And the thing is just don't lose that week. Pick a team that's going to win. You get 3 strikes. If you make 3 incorrect three incorrect guesses, you're going to be knocked out. Who's ever standing at the end of the pool wins the survival football challenge, and that's 15%. Linda won $75 last year. So you can see down here, I got knocked out, Tony got knocked out, and Patrick got knocked out in week 16. Linda won. She had 11 straight weeks in the streak, which comes into play for tiebreakers. Read the rules, you'll see what I mean. One of the things that we do here is on Thanksgiving Day we have what's called the turkey shoot. You're going to pick your winners. It's going to be standard week. You make your normal picks. But what you're going to do is the 3 picks that you make on Thanksgiving Day, you're going to guess the total amount of points that those 3 winners are going to make, that they're going to put on the scoreboard. So this year it's Texas at Detroit, it's Washington at Dallas, it's New England at New York. Pick your winners when it comes time, week 12, and then you're going to email to the commissioners, either myself or Nichelle, what you think the total points are going to be for those 3 games on Thanksgiving Day. The person who comes closest without going over is going to win the turkey shoot, and it pays off at 7.5%. Last year, Terry won $37.50 on the turkey shoot. What we have been doing is a challenge called Bad Santa. This year we're changing it to Nightmare Before Christmas. As you can see on the screen, it took place in week 16, but it's so ominous what we do. Bad Santa was so bad. We're going to, instead of designating an 8-point game, we're going to designate a 12-point game, a 2-point game, and a 5-point game, and you can just imagine how bad that's going to be. Well, that taking place in week 16, it really was a nightmare for people who were right there at the top trying to win total points and total picks. So what we've done is we moved it up to Halloween week. And so week 8 this year we're going to do Bad Santa. And we're redubbing it the Nightmare Before Christmas, but it's still Bad Santa, and you'll find out during week 8 why it's so bad. The winner of that will win 7.5% of the pool, which last year was $37.50. That's what Ron won last year. Now we have a fantasy football league, but it's not like other fantasy football leagues. A lot of other leagues, it's real geeky. You have to be completely immersed in it, but that's not World of Pain style. What we do in our World of Pain is we're going to have an automatic draft before the season starts, of course. We're only allowing 6 teams in. We already have 2 takers. We need 4 more players. But we're going to have an automatic draft. It's going to pick your teams, but here's the thing. You're not stuck with that team. We allow unlimited adds and unlimited drops. So at any time you don't like somebody, you don't like the way things are going with your team, you could drop the whole team if you want, pick a whole new team. You can just drop different players. It's real simple. It's not the geeky fantasy football that scares most people away. This is World of Pain football. The adds and drops continue all the way through the playoffs, which ends in week 17 for us. And you make the Super Bowl, you're going to win 100. You win the Super Bowl, you win $100. If you make the Super Bowl and lose, you make $20. Last year I won the 100, Nichelle won 20. As you can see with the 6 teams, 4 teams, the asterisks over here, 4 of the 6 teams are going to make the playoffs. Also check it out, I was 8-6 during the regular season, not so good. Nichelle was 12-2, very good. She made the playoffs. Linda at 7-7 made the playoffs, and Manel made the playoffs at 9-5. Everybody has a chance to win, whether you're 8-6 or 12-2. It was a really good Super Bowl game last year. It came down to just a couple plays that made the difference between the Mock Dragons winning over the Bad Kitties. It was really fun. For $20 every week, you have players on different teams that you're rooting for. Even some of the games where you've made the wrong pick, you might have a player on your team that's in that, so the game is still important to you. It's really fun. It's an extra $20, but as I said, it's not geeky. It's really fun. We need 4 more teams. You guys step up. Somebody step up. At the end of the season last year, what we did was we had a World of Pain Extra, and what we did was just during the playoffs, we had not everybody, 5 people bought in, $10 a piece, completely optional, and it was starting at 0. And whoever scored the most points during the playoff run would win the World of Pain Extra. Tony won that too. Congrats, Tony. Not. As far as the rules go, it's pretty simple, but the commission's office has final say in all disputes. Anything goes wrong, email us, post it on the board, sound off. We're going to make a ruling on it, whatever the ruling is. It's going to be fair. If it's a really tough ruling, we'll put it out for a vote, but whatever we come up with, it's final. It's not rocket science here. We're going to figure it out and come up with the best answer. One of the things that I can tell you, though, is most of the problems we run into is people not getting their picks in or something going wrong and then telling us about it after the fact. If you're having a problem and you need some help, contact either myself or Nichelle. Let us know. Put it somewhere in an email or on the board or something to where we know about it before any of the games start. And we'll do everything that we can to justify the situation. If we can't, then if we have to make a ruling that's not based on what the computer software, what Yahoo Football has, and we overrule what the software comes up with, then everybody's going to know why we made the ruling. If you get it in late, if you don't let us know ahead of time, basically you're stuck with what you got. So if you have a problem, let somebody know ahead of time. Don't wait till after the fact. So, luck to all, and all bad luck, that is. Welcome everyone to the World of Pain 2012. Hope you have a great time playing this year. I look forward to it.